Hi, hello, welcome. And well, let's talk about the gravity. Okay, if you are a web developer or you have a knowledge about HTML and web, well, probably you know you have a different ways to align the elements in your screen in your browser. Okay, well, in Android, it's the same. We have a different ways to do sometimes the same position to define a specific position for one element. But let's see, maybe the most famous element to align some of them. Okay, and well, let's talk about the gravity. Well, let me save this and let me execute this example. Okay, if you see, well, we don't have the best user interface, I know that, but it's not the goal in this video. Okay, let's try to align the elements. Okay, a little better, but how we will do that? Well, first I need to talk with you about the gravity and layout gravity. If you go to linear layout and we press enter and let's type gravity, you will see four elements. Okay, layout gravity, gravity, foreground gravity, and layout anchor gravity. In this moment we don't need to talk about the foreground and the anchor. Okay, we only focus on layout and gravity. Let's put gravity here. Okay, and we have these values. Okay, in this case let's put center horizontal, thinking about the needs in this case, because if you see we have text view and button in the left side. Okay, well, if we save this interface and let's go to the design, we see the elements, they are in the same position, they are in the left side. Okay, let's come back to the code and let's delete the layout word, okay, and the underscore. Again, we save the document and let's come back to the design tab, and you see the elements now, they are in the middle, they are in the center. Okay, talking about obviously the horizontal position, because if we talk about the vertical position, well, they are not in the center. Okay, that's obvious, just taking a moment to see that. Okay, well, let's come back to the code, and if you see we have two elements in this case to explain the gravity and the layout gravity. In this case, we can say the main difference is when you are using gravity, only gravity property, you are talking about the intern, okay, the inter position. In this case, linear layout is a container and we have three elements. We are saying, hey, linear layout, your elements, because its gravity is intern, okay, remember, your elements inside the linear layout, they need to align in center horizontal. Okay, this is the value. Well, if we want to change in another way, in this case I will use the button for the next example. Okay, because the button is a very good way to understand this. Okay, let me delete the gravity here in linear layout. Okay, let's come back to the design, and you see the elements, text view and the button they are in the left side. Okay, well, let me change here. We use gravity. Okay, and let's use right. Okay, right, save and design. If you see, we don't see, we look, everything here in the button is the same. Okay, we don't see a small change or something. But the problem here, let's change the layout width. Let's put a match parent. Okay, so the button is bigger now. Okay, we are using the width, the same width like the father. In this case, remember the father is the linear layout, and the text in this button is in the right side. Why? Again, we are using gravity, and gravity is for an intern, okay, elements. In this case, the text in here is an intern element of button. So this is the reason. In this case, the text by default is in the middle, or suppose it's in the middle, but now is on the right side because we are using gravity, and gravity is the way to say, hey, this align is in this way. In this case, is right, okay, and text is an element. But the problem here is when we use the width with grab content, the button is again just in the same side like the content, okay, as the content. In this case, if we want to put the button to the right side, we need to change here with gravity layout, okay, or layout gravity, sorry, layout gravity. Save. Let's go to design and see the button, the complete button, all the button is here, okay, in the right side, because when we are using layout gravity, we are talking about in this case, in this element, in this example, about the button, but with a reference about the parent, okay. So the parent is the layout, the linear layout is all this white background. If we are using layout gravity, we are saying this button needs to align to the right side of the parent, okay, of his parent. In this case, well, it's correct. Now the button is here. So just a brief summary and trying to explain with the less words, okay. When we are using gravity, okay, only gravity, we are talking about the intern alignment. But if we are talking about to layout gravity, we are talking about, obviously, again, about the alignment, but using the father like a reference, okay. So if you are saying you need layout gravity right, it's okay, let's move to the right, but the reference is the father, okay. And if you are saying just gravity and right, the reference is your intern elements. And well, that's all. I know it's a good example for that. Let me align the elements here. Let's put gravity here, follow the rules, and let's put center horizontal, save. Let's go to design, and well, we have here the edit text view, and the button.